Welcome to Agents and Owners Chit Chat, where we talk to local superheroes, hear how they got their start, overcame obstacles, and how they use social media to achieve their goals. For Agent and Owners social media tips, please visit www.gladmash.com. Here's this week's episode.
Hey, welcome to Agents and Owners Chit Chat with Cas Thompson. And today we have a special guest. Her name is Kathleen from Kathleen Artistry. Hey, Kathleen.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
Excellent. So thanks first and foremost for being on the show with us. Every week we try to talk to as many agents or owners about how they got their start in their current profession in hopes of, again, helping others that want to make that start. But more importantly, we help as many small business owners as possible. Move along in business through whatever your industry might be in, right? So how did you get your start, Kathleen?
So I've always loved makeup. Just when I was like growing up, I always played around with makeup. Eyeshadow was always a really big deal. But when it came time to graduate from high school, it was very much so like I needed to go to like a 4-year university. So I went and got my marketing degree from Kennesaw State. So I do have a bachelor's in marketing. I did a couple of like sales jobs, marketing jobs, and I did not feel like I belonged. I felt like I just didn't fit in. I really did not enjoy like the corporate office culture. Right. I'm a very like face-to-face person. So I just, I was doing like inside sales over the phone and it was really, really painful for me. So I took the time. I went back to like serving tables and I knew that this was like the time like, hey, I'm going to do this for me. Like, I need to know like what I can do with this. And so I actually enrolled at Studio Crush.
Okay.
So it's a makeup artistry school over in West Midtown. And I did that in 2015 and I completed their program. I love their program. If anyone is ever interested in, learning more about makeup artistry or taking classes and courses, I highly suggest going there. And awesome. I've just kind of been doing my thing ever since. And more so these last 2 years, I've been doing it more so like completely full time. Before in the past, right when I finished, I still held on to that serving job,
Yeah, right. Now we understand. One of the hardest parts of, branching away from corporate, right, and stepping out on your own is the finance. You got to make sure that you're able to, pay your bills. And even when you're dead set on your passion and dream, it's okay to kind of hold on for a little bit. So from a cosmetology standpoint or just makeup, right, who do you typically cater to?
So I would say like my clients, they are women who normally don't wear a ton of makeup or they wear makeup every now and then or like just very, very minimal makeup. I specialize in bridal. I do a lot of senior portraits. I also do a lot of like test shoots for models. So I really like my style and my type of clients is a lot of like very light, like natural makeup. I'm really there to just kind of enhance how you already look. We're not doing any like drastic changes or anything like that. I'm really there just to help really bring out the beauty that the person already has within,
I love that. So obviously, me from being a photographer. We haven't collaborated quite yet, but there's been several projects that we've been pushed into together. And one of the things that I love is helping entrepreneurs with their personal branding, right? So tell me a little bit about from your standpoint how important it is to again look good in order to feel to feel good.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I definitely think that having a makeup artist at your like photo shoots, video shoots, anything that's going to have like promotional branding or anything like that, just to kind of really get you on board with like having a signature look. And I've worked with other like entrepreneurial women and stuff like that who have like done like where they are like speaking live and they have like presentations and stuff like that. And really it's all about, to me, that signature look. And part of my job is to really listen and understand your personality and really understand like when this person comes to show up and do their thing and be their brand, like how do we, how does that person need to look and feel? Because they need to feel really great and they need to feel like themselves. Like I just had a client who I helped with her personal branding,
Mm-hmm.
and hers was very much, I'm very laid back. She's not like a huge glam girl, so it wouldn't make sense for me to do this very extravagant, glammed up look. She just kind of still wanted to look like herself, but just very polished because she is very laid back. And she's, it's kind of a laid back feel for her shoot.
Makes sense. So in the beginning of business, just starting out, what are some of the things that you ran into as obstacles in the makeup world?
My obstacle is definitely myself.
Mhm.
It's a lot of some of it can be very much like, just imposter syndrome,
Right.
like really, truly believing like, when you're talking to someone, you're meeting someone and being like, when they're like, oh, like, what do you do? I would sometimes in the beginning like fumble over my words. And then now it's like I'm very confident. I'm like, I'm a makeup artist. I specialize in bridal. I do weddings and I do this and I do that. But the other obstacle too of just myself is that financial mindset. And there are some times where you gotta just jump off the cliff. Like you gotta take that leap. And I didn't do that for a very long time because I was so scared that I wouldn't be able to afford, my home, and I wouldn't be able to do these things. And really that like hurt me so bad. It just stunts your growth. And obviously like, you can jump off the cliff, with in a certain like, frame, you don't have to just completely go off and stuff like that. But I wish there were times in the past where I could have been like, it's okay to like take this day off from making money if I know that it will give me the opportunity to like make my brand, better.
Mm-hmm. I totally understand. And you hit on a very strong point that comes up a lot with some of our clients, and it is imposter syndrome. Showing up in a room and feeling like, hey, I might not be the best, or not, having the confidence that one might need. So, what are some things that you did to get through that? For anybody that's listening and is suffering from imposter syndrome today, like it's a very hot word and or phrase, I should say. But what are 2 or 3 things that you did to kind of get through that?
So I would say definitely like, and this is something I've used lately, is if someone asks me to do something and in my mind I'm like, why would I can't do that? Why would you, what, you want me to do that? I literally tell myself, they think you can do it. So why can't you do it? Like, and just kind of like hype myself up and be like, if this person thinks that I can do this, then absolutely I'm going to show up and I'm going to do it. So that's kind of been my one thing lately, where if someone kind of throws me something that I'm not overly comfortable with, because I don't ever like to mislead people. So I'm very like transparent, and I will like share like my concerns and stuff like that. But if this person has seen my work and they've seen me, and they're like, oh yeah, well, I don't know, I would totally trust you. I know what you're doing. A lot of time that happens when I do like more corporate commercial jobs and from the production crew, and it's kind of like, hey, they think I can do it, so I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. Transparency is definitely key for sure, for sure. And
Yeah.
I think that when you're attracting new clients and they meet you for the first time and see that you're genuine and authentic, they'll be like, okay, I trust in her, I believe in her. I obviously have seen her work, so I'm gonna jump back in and just again trust her, continue to trust her, right? So let's say I'm an entrepreneur, I'm female, right? And I'm at home and I'm not quite ready to jump in and hire a makeup artist. Is there things or is there anything that I could do at home to prepare or at least get me to the next stage of feeling good, looking good before I call Kathleen Artistry?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, if hiring a makeup artist like for your shoot is not readily available in your budget, which is absolutely okay, I would definitely, one, like think of what you want your signature look to be.
Okay.
I do know, like in the past, I've had clients where like they wear a signature lip color. Like this one client, she had this particular color, wanted me to use it because she wears it at every event that she does. So I would really nail down in your mind, like, what do I really want to look like? Pinterest is your friend. You can look up images, try and get inspo photos. I also suggest really like take care of your skin, because yeah, because skin is going to be the baseline and the true foundation of how the makeup wears on your face. So at least like, you have like really nice, great skin to apply the makeup on. And then I would just honestly practice, try different things, try different signature looks. Because what I come across, and I work part-time in retail as well, and I work in a cosmetic store. So what I come across are people are so afraid to like try something. And it's just like, you have no idea what it's going to look like until you physically try it on your face,
That's smart. That just makes sense.
Yeah.
Thanks for the tips. I won't take them, but I'm pretty sure that for some of our clients listening, they're going to jump in, at least start up. And if they struggle, now they know who to call, Kathleen Artistry.
Yeah.
So I got one more question for you. So in regards to just marketing, a lot of our clients right now, they obviously come to us because they're struggling from a marketing standpoint. And the number one thing is, hey, how do I get new customers, right? So I see you online, you're constantly posting, which is good. You stay consistent. What are some tips that you have for us? One, in regards to getting new clients, and two, just managing social media and everything that comes with it. How do you handle that?
Well, I'm happy that you said that, because I personally think I could probably do a little bit better of a job with my social media. I kind of have, that typical like love-hate relationship with social media, but I will like tell you, I think what really hit it on the head for me was I had 2 photographers reach out to me. They wanted me to be a part of a styled engagement shoot, and they said to me, well, we see you all the time, like on Instagram, and we just felt like we already knew you, and so that is why they wanted me to come work with them on this style shoot. And when they told me that, that really like dawned on me, like, okay, like people are watching and stuff like that. So it made me feel really good. But then I know like I need to really keep that momentum. But I definitely, I mean, it's kind of like what you were saying earlier about just being like authentic and genuine. I think that when someone feels very comfortable to like expose any like vulnerability to you, so like let's say if I have a client where she doesn't feel very confident about her skin, or I can at least gain their trust and give them like tools that can help them. I think that's kind of like how you build kind of new clientele, because they're gonna they feel connected to you. They feel like you have their best interests, and they're going to tell their friends, their family members, hey, like she's really good because she's going to listen to you, and, she's going to walk you through the process.
Yeah, it's all about getting value for free, right? Or value when, there's no expectation of that person turning into a client. As long as you're always giving of yourself in the profession that you're in or industry, new clients will find you. So good work, Kathleen. We appreciate that. So you do
absolutely.
also, so I know you're right here in Atlanta, but you do travel as well, right? For gigs?
Yeah, so this is the first year I've gone to several kind of different states. My biggest one was I did a wedding in Chicago.
Awesome.
I just did a wedding in Memphis. I have another styled elopement shoot that will be in Asheville. So I can definitely move around. There's no problem with that. And I love it, going to another place, going to another city and checking it all out.
Good, good. Well, we appreciate you taking the time to speak with us today for sure. Again, you've been across my work radar, and I'm sure that we'll collaborate pretty soon. I've been definitely giving all of my clients your name and your Instagram. But if there's anybody else out there that's listening to this right now, Kathleen, what's the best way for them to get in touch with you?
So I would definitely check out my website. So it's going to be www.kathleenartistry.com. You can see my work on there. You can see more information about me, and there's also a contact form. So if you do have a shoot or a video shoot or anything that you need help with makeup, we can do lessons, whatever you need, anything beauty related, you can always reach out to me that way.
Awesome. We appreciate you, Kathleen. Thanks for taking the time again. We'll be in touch.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening. Agents and Owners Chit Chat is produced by GladMash. To be featured or sponsored, or to sign up for Agents and Owners free social media tips, please visit www.gladmash.com.